The error 0x8007042C is associated with a number of issues in Windows. For some users, this error appears and prevents them from downloading the latest Windows 10 updates. Others also get this error on any operation in the Windows settings telling you some network problems were detected, or you're not connected. This error has also occurred to users upgrading to Windows 10 inches. Appeals.com we couldn't complete the updates. Undoing changes. Don't turn off your computer error message displayed on a blue screen. Usually Windows operating system undoes the changes and users then are able to start Windows without any problems. Crisk.com, the 1903 build is there, too fast and too furious, it renders BSOD on my laptop. I need to use the recovery USB stick to uninstall the latest security update, fire up safe mode to repair corrupted drivers. And now, the story is ongoing. First of all, we need to know it is the incompatible of the update or that's an issue of Windows Update, or even Windows 10 itself. Windows 10 includes a new option, to prevent installing driver updates on your computer. On this version of the operating system, updates are mandatory for everyone, and you don't only get patches for Windows 10, but driver updates too. Pureinfotech.com. Woo Manager is a tool to manage updates of Microsoft products on the Windows operating system. It uses the Windows Update Agent API to identify as well as download and install missing updates. It allows the user find control of updates on modern operating system versions, comparable to what Windows 7 and 8.1 offered. Github.com, although the error code 0x800F0845 falls into the category of Windows 10 update errors, it's not a regular one. It means that it cannot be fixed by resetting Windows Update components, or restarting Windows Update service. Jetfix.com, Advanced System Care is a great all-in-one PC utility that can scan, repair, and optimize many aspects of your system. It aims to remedy whatever ails your computer by not only cleaning up junk files, malware, and invalid registry entries, but by giving your computer a boost to optimize your PC experience. Step-by-step instructions for assigning a specific drive letter to an external drive, SD card, or hard drive partition in Windows 10. TechRepublic.com, I use an external SD card to storage ISO files, setup files, backups, and Windows uses it as a temporary folder. That's defined as U, in the previous build 1809, and now it gets changed to G, automatically by Windows. So we need to reassign it as well as the RAM disk T. Now, let's remove temporary files that the upgrading process left as well as the Windows.old folder with may costs 5+ GB preciously SSD real estate. On Windows 10, disk cleanup has been a handy tool for freeing up space after upgrading to a new version, and for getting rid of junk files on your hard drive. However, beginning with the October 2018 update, Windows 10 is deprecating the tool in favor of StorageSense, which offers a modern experience with more features. WindowsCentral.com. If you clean up the previous Windows installations or temporary installation files, you will no longer be able to restore the machine back to the previous version of Windows. Are you sure you want to do this? Usually, when your device undergoes an upgrade to a new version, you may see two types of issues. You may come across errors that are known problems that can occur for many reasons, but they are not necessarily bugs with the May 2019 update. And then there are those problems that are results of unknown bugs and compatibility problems with the latest feature update. WindowsCentral.com. I have a couple of tasks to automate Windows, like auto login, delay startup, refine taskbar, etc. So I need to verify restore these tasks and make sure it works properly. Moreover, we need to identify unwanted task which slows down Windows. In this article, we will see how to backup and restore the tasks you have created in Task Scheduler. This will allow you to restore them quickly after reinstalling the operating system. You can also copy them to another PC by doing a backup first. Wimero.com. You probably already know that you can manage and disable startup programs under the Startup tab in Task Manager, but there are other things not listed there that may also be launching when your PC starts. The things that we are talking about here are scheduled tasks. Supertricks.com. Actually, in Windows operating system, many services run in background and consume lots of system resources. Among these services, some are essential and required by Windows to function properly, but some services are unnecessary and can be disabled or set to manual start to save CPU resources and RAM. Ask.com. When we upgrade our computer to Windows 10 or install new Windows 10, the telemetry and data collection feature gets enabled by default. Since this is auto-enabled, it collects all sorts of user activity and sends it to Microsoft. Though Microsoft says that the data collected is only to enhance the overall user experience and Windows functionality better, users are concerned more about their privacy. The number of data breaches happening across the globe has forced users to be extra cautious about their data privacy. Systweak.com. Get the official installers to reinstall corrupted software, Firefox, ILO, Advanced System Care, CFO Speed, etc. Some programs will warn about software damaging, some of them fail silently, so use old program, as usual, to see which one is needed to be repaired. iObit Software Updater automatically scans and lists the updated programs, offers the latest version of them right in one screen, and allows you to update them automatically on a schedule. iObit.com. Microsoft's Windows has a lot of useful features that you may use daily in many tasks. However, there are some unnecessary features that you never use nowadays, such as Internet Explorer 11, PowerShell 2.0, Internet Information Services, or even Windows Media Player. Whatsabyte.com. Windows 10 does come with a reasonably large amount of bloatware. In most cases, it is easy to remove. There are also a few different removal options too, using the traditional uninstall, using PowerShell commands, and third-party installers. MacUCF.com. The latest Microsoft Windows 10 update from April has the potential to cause problems with wireless network adapters, like lack of connectivity, as well as the failure to show any available networks. TechRepublic.com. Next, verify your network interfaces are properly configured. The best DNS servers are applied. The static IP address is correct. I'm using CFO Speed NDIS driver to accelerate network speed, so make sure it is installed alongside with the interface. Once you run into the Windows 10 network connection issues, such as Windows 10 can't connect to this network, no Wi-Fi available, 5 GHz Wi-Fi not showing up, and no internet secured, don't feel frustrated, and it could be resolved. The Windows 10 network issues could be related to the cable modem, the network adapter driver, firewalls, or antivirus programs. Driverforlife.com. Driver Booster 6 free. Easily detect and update over 2,500,000 outdated, faulty, missing and game-ready drivers. iobit.com. Make sure Windows Upgrade won't override updated drivers with the default ones that are shipped with the Windows installation disk. That may cause instability or performance gain from them. Use this driver from Microsoft Catalog Update for Win 10. Choose Realtek Semiconductor Corp WLAN or Realtek RTL8723B Wireless LAN 802.11 and USB 2.0 network adapter. It should be the AMD 64-bit driver, not 32-bit. Driver updates for Windows 10, along with many devices, such as network adapters, monitors, printers, and video cards, are automatically downloaded and installed through Windows Update. You probably already have the most recent drivers, but if you'd like to manually update or reinstall a driver, here's how. Microsoft.com. Holla, my Wi-Fi adapter is back after a miracle driver update trick. You can use Driver Booster to get WHQL drivers for all of your devices. Meanwhile, let's Windows Update do its job, though the most stable driver patch is delivered via it by Microsoft. Now, we can restore all Wi-Fi profiles to have internet connection effortless when the networks are available. You can go with Wi-Fi Map, one Wi-Fi finder trusted by millions free internet connectivity tool. Wireless KeyView recovers all wireless network security keys passwords stored in your computer by the Wireless Zero configuration service of Windows XP, or by the WLAN autoconfig service of Windows Vista, Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10, and Windows Server 2008. It allows you to easily save all keys to text HTML XML file, or copy a single key to the clipboard. You can also export your wireless keys into a file, and import these keys into another computer, nurseoff.net. When you add or connect to a new wireless network, Windows will create a profile for the wireless network. A wireless network profile contains the SSID, password key, and security information to be able to connect to a wireless network. Restoring a backed up wireless network profile can be much easier than to manually set up and connect to a wireless network again. tinforums.com. Honestly, I feel the brand new Windows 10 1903 is light as a feather right now. After a bunch of optimizations, phew, worth it. Don't feel hesitate to ask me for assisting on Windows problems.